everyone, I'm Nosa Gabriel and I'm here to introduce Dr. Njakiri Damages.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We're coming to you from the greatest city in the world.
New York City!
Yes. New York City is so great that in 1857, a New Yorker named Joseph C. Getty invented the toilet paper. You know that?
Yes.
What did they use before then?
I think it's leaf.
What did they use?
Leaf.
Isn't that another reason to be grateful to New Yorkers?
Yes.
If you see a New Yorker, you should greet him or her.
Yes, absolutely.
This way. Watch.
Enthusiastically, bam, high five. See, they're clearly trying to navigate the tensions that are currently in existence with the United States.
That was Russian President Vladimir Putin greeting the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman at the G20 summit in Argentina. Now, Putin was so happy to see a world leader with his kind of guts.
Yes.
A leader that has shown that he has what it takes to suck the blood out of a journalist and make his body disappear. That handshake with Putin is Putin's own way of sending subtle messages to Donald Trump. He's saying to Donald Trump, if you handle your business like this young man and stop complaining about fake media, I might one day give you this kind of handshake. I'm telling you, talking about people handling their businesses, China is set to build a new building that will house Zimbabweans' parliament. I say lucky Zimbabwe. You know,
lucky guy.
the current colonial building they are using is considered too small for the 200 lawmakers.
Are you serious?
Yeah, too small. China is bringing $46 million needed for the parliament building. And as expected, China will bring the workers, the cement, the hidden camera, and hidden listening devices, the sand, and maybe, just maybe, the water needed for the construction. Everything, they bring everything. You know, the building will be located in a farmland northwest of the capital. Oh yeah, and I will pause for you to take that all in. You know, Africa is finished. China, farmland, parliament, hidden listening devices. Africa is
Finish! Bad combination in Africa.
Now, talking about finishing Africa off, the president of Tanzania has finally explained why African leaders love Chinese loans. He said that Chinese loans do not come with conditions like those of IMF and the World Bank. He said it. Now, he said they don't tell African leaders to remove oil subsidy or increase school fees or what to do with the money. They just give it to you. To the Chinese, if African leaders like, they could collect the money and run to Switzerland and deposit it, or to Panama or any offshore account. Nothing's spoiled. They don't care. The Chinese don't care. Now, President John Magufuli revealed this at the opening event of University Library that China helped to build in Tanzania. China's money. Magufuli was angry that Denmark, suspended its aid to Tanzania over homophobic comments a Tanzanian politician made. The man was running his mouth. Denmark said, no, we're cutting the money. Before Denmark, the World Bank had suspended its $300 million loan for educational projects after President Magufuli ordered pregnant schoolgirls expelled from school. The man did it. Now the president said Magufuli said that pregnant girls will be distracted from school work by the need to go and feed their crying babies. Nobody likes those obnoxious crying babies.
Nobody likes
like this one. Apart from building roads and bridges and airports and mines, the trade between China and Africa is growing.
It's growing
in so many strange ways. Here is Ghanaian bishop complaining about Chinese nationals in Ghana. Watch.
Politicians, the less I say about them, the better. There is a place called Wasa Ekropon. Wasa Ekropon at the moment it has gotten a new name, Wasa China. How did the Wasa Ekropon get that name? The place is infested with Chinese roasting, what do you call it? Planting. Chinese selling sugar cane. Then Chinese using our people.
In truth, despite what you must have heard, China does buy some things from Africa.
Yes.
What are the things?
Here are some examples of trade between African countries and China.
Okay.
Benin Republic, you know Benin Republic?
Yeah, Benin.
They imported $411 million worth of wigs from China in 2014.
Look over here.
Wigs. While South Africa imported 16 million underpants from China. Mauritius imported $438,000 worth of Chinese soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
Yeah.
Soy sauce.
Meanwhile, China imported from Mauritius 5,735 reptiles. Valued at, no, why are you laughing? Valued at $90,000. Amazing. Kenya, listen, Kenya is Africa's biggest importer of plastic Chinese toilet seats. They spent about $8 million on Chinese toilet seats in 2014. In Nigeria, there are no seats on the toilet. Have you gone to Nigeria? They say go. They say go and use the toilet. You'll be looking for the seat. There's no seat. On East Part, Nigeria bought 159 million toothbrushes from China the same year. 159, one toothbrush for every Nigerian. I know. And still, our teeth are still yellow. You know, things that kola nut things that kola nuts can do to abacha and kola nut,
It shall be crazy.
Another item that Nigeria bought a lot from China was motorbikes, Okada. Nigeria spent 193 million naira. Why am I talking naira? $193 million on Chinese motorbikes. While Guinea exported 17 live animals to China.
Wow.
You know what? I look forward to the day Nigeria will start exporting our number one product.
Yes.
Religion.
Hey, we are the doctor.
We have the market covered. You know, we have the market cornered.
Hey.
We are dominating. Didn't we just open the largest church auditorium in the world?
Big this,
In Abuja. We did.
Yes.
And that pastor is not even on our first 11.
Yes.
No,
He's not
He's not making enough to that first level.
No, he's not. We just haven't figured out how to export religion.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about establishing branches of our homegrown churches and mosque and juju shrine, where Nigerians live abroad. You know, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about having people from other countries buy into our product.
Yes.
Instead of these indigenous churches extorting Nigerians abroad, they should get Americans and Britons and Germans and Russians to embrace the church and run the church.
Yeah.
We want to get their money to Nigeria.
You know, get pounds.
Not getting this money from Nigerians abroad. That's what we're doing now. You know, that you have 200 branches of your church all over the world means nothing.
Nothing.
If those branches are just dependent on Nigerians abroad.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? It means nothing.
Doesn't mean anything.
The European missionaries that brought Christianity to Africa did not bring it for Europeans in Africa.
No, yes.
Sure, they didn't.
No.
They brought it for you Africans.
Yes.
So when you go abroad, establish your church for the people who are from those countries.
Yes.
Not just for Nigerians who are there.
Exactly.
Amen, doctor.
And it's not as if we don't have great marketing executives in the in the thriving industry. What am I talking about? We have. You know, we have the newest church marketing executive that solidified his position this week is Reverend Father Mbaka. By now you have seen the video of Reverend Father Mbaka's shakedown of Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State and the current vice presidential candidate of the PDP. It was a shakedown. It is called the Mbakanization of Peter Obi.
Hey!
Watch.
Father Mama make political statement. Any of that Sierra and Anambra State by Peter Obi have never promised anything and failed. I'm a fundamental Catholic. Even when I'm going to come here. What is my God?
Praise the Lord.
You see, what people who did not know Peter B saw was a reverend father trying to squeeze water out of a stone. Hey! Peter, stone. Did I just call him reverend father?
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean so-called reverend father.
Hey.
So-called reverend father. You know what Reverend Mbaka did was just to bring Peter B's chicken home to roost. I will explain. As governor of Anambra State, Peter B did not just marry politics with religion. He made religion the head of the household.
Hey!
Sasha! He used the Catholic Church to serve his political goals. The religious divide that Peter B left in Anambra State has outlived him. He's actually thriving.
Hey! Yes!
Watch him.
God hates stinginess. Otherwise, will fail.
God hates stinginess. I said, get out of here, man. you know, I never thought about that. That must be why Jesus turned water into wine, so that people can drink and be belly full, to their heart's content, and make merry. Now, what we're busy talking about Peter B's tactical refusal to donate money right there in God's altar. Oh, what's wrong with me? It's Mbaka's altar. No. He said it now. Mbaka's. Be careful. Pay attention.
I know.
If God showed up there, Mbaka would have said to God, "Old man, please, can you get out? Let me. Don't spoil my business. Don't worry. I will send you a 10% to you. Just leave it." While we were talking about the Mbakanization of Peter B, we missed when the Gandola, what's his name? The governor of Kano State. The man who was caught taking bribe from contractors when he came on Mbaka's altar to donate on behalf of President Muhammadu Buhari. Did you see that? Oh yeah. You cannot make it up. The mere fact that this man is still going about representing President Buhari is amazing. It shows how stone deaf Buhari is. Take a look.
I have to appreciate the spiritual father for giving Mr. President in 2015 a solid support, and that led to the victory of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari.
I know. Reverend Martin Luther led a protest within the Catholic Church over indulgence, which is paying for forgiveness of sin. You know? Now, Father Mbaka is establishing a new one. Payment for favorable prediction. If you want him to predict good things, he will pay. You know, depending on how much you pay. You know what I mean? So strange that on the same day that Father Mbaka pooped on the pulpit. That's basically what he did. Bishop David Oyedepo caught the virus of Iberiberism. Okay, maybe he always had it. But this week, he became overwhelmed by the virus. Take a look.
Now President Buhari had died in the UK in 2017 where he was undergoing medical treatment. How? That the entrenched cabal in Nassau Rock had procured a Buhari double in Sudan and pressed him into service as Nigeria's president. What? The representative of the Jubril family, that is the supposed impostor, having discovered the gigantic swindle, suddenly showed up in Abuja the other day and demanded to be compensated with a power-sharing arrangement at the federal level in perpetuity, plus 50% of Nigerians' oil revenues for 10 years in the first instance. Now that was on the back page of the Nations of Tuesday, 27th of November. that, and I quote, failing these, they would tell their story to the whole world.
I'm done with all these pastors. I'm done.
Finish.
They tell them read far and wide. They won't read. They just read the Bible and think that is the end of knowledge. So a man like Bishop David Oyedepo does not know who is Olatunji Dare. So he couldn't Google Olatunji Dare. Can you imagine that? The first thing that you know about Olatunji Dare is that he writes satire. Okay. Like who? okay. Maybe I have to explain to Bishop Oyedepo what satire means. Satire is proverb turned upside down.
Hey!
Sasha! It has never been said before. I'm just telling you.
Can we say satire is Dr. Damages?
Yeah, it's like watching Dr. Damages. You know what I mean? Now, to go on a pulpit and vomit satirical piece as facts from an authoritative source is the depth of pathetic Iberberism.
Hey! Pathetic!
Humor is a universal solvent against the abrasive elements of life.
Ignorant.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It is not enough that people are arguing whether there is a body double in Asoro or not. But to consider satire as a brand new New Testament is shameful.
Wow.
And I'm trying to be kind. I'm just trying to be kind to Oyedepo. I'm being kind.
Formula.
A man can ignore clowns, calling him a clone. But the moment he says that he's not a clone, the world doesn't forget.
You must be ignorant and irreligious. Somebody says that I'm clone. It's really me, I assure you.
Of course.
More like a clone.
Who else says I am not drunk other than someone who is drunk? Have you seen me say I'm not drunk? I haven't. Look at the fun.
When I was away on medical vacation last year, a lot of people hoped I was dead. President Buhari was out of the country for more than 3 months last year, and there was a rumor he died. They replaced him with a clone, which would mean they planned this when he was born, I guess. But he says,
look at the fun they're having. Now,
did this to us.
Don't you miss when we had a president that nobody could clone and nobody double could imitate? We were reminded of those good old days when former President Goodluck Jonathan came out and explained for the 100th time how Obama conspired to stop him from winning re-election. Wow. Did you know the proof he gave?
What?
Okay, that someone in Sokoto wrote a placard that said, "Bring back our girls." Took the placard all the way to Washington D.C. and gave it to Michelle Obama.
What?
To hold for the world to see. That was it. You think I'm making it up? Listen to him.
And of course, the Mrs. Obama received one of those placards. I cannot take responsibility for the abduction. I don't control Boko Haram. They are criminals. But as a president, of course, you know, it's not the president that go to the field. You have security and intelligence officers that do the work. Let me admit that, yes, maybe they do their best, but their best was not good enough for us to recover the girls. That does not mean that I'm trying to remove myself from any blame. Yes, I may not be blamed for the action, but I could be blamed that my security and intelligence system are not strong enough to be able to rescue the girls.
Immediately the Chibok girls issue came up. We expected Nigerians to be concerned. How do we get these girls out? Within a couple of days, we saw people going to the US with bring back our girls placards. How? Why? And of course, Mrs. Obama received all those placards.
Exactly.
Can you believe that? He has a PhD. This man has a PhD. Forget about the language and the grammar, but think about the thinking behind it.
This is
the good news is that the next president of Nigeria cannot be cloned. You can't clone him. You cannot clone a former firewood seller. Blessed by God.
You cannot.
Not that they did not try, because we know this because last week Atiku Abubakar aborted such a mission. Atiku got what was thought to be a green light to come to America for a superior cloning.
He got the visa,
not the fake one they did in Britain, for Buhari. He wanted to come to America for a superior cloning. He arrived in London, consulted the MI5, and he was told abort.
Mission abort.
I know. The headline says Atiku quickly returns to Nigeria after failing to secure U.S. Department of Justice assurance that he could enter. Yeah, they were waiting for him.
Yes, I was there.
They told him, someone told him that you may have your last dance if you get into the United States. Your last dance before you go to prison. Take a look at what Atiku will have done. That will have happened, You see, the thing is this. I feel sorry for Atiku, You can worship Jeff Sessions well, and still be whooped by Matthew Whitaker. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So Atiku is still stuck in gear 1.
Gear 1.
You know the gear 1? Poor Atiku. Despite all the noise his campaign is making, they know that he cannot be president of Nigeria unless he visits America. And he cannot visit America unless he becomes the president of Nigeria.
Immunity.
Quagmire. What can I say? Atiku is just paying the penalty for his sins of yesterday.
Yes.
What do you think? You just dance some things away. There's some things you dance away. There's something else you can do. No, look at it. Two powerful men behind Buhari's slow progress. Says Aisha Buhari.
His wife.
You see, the wife. Buhari's wife.
Again.
See, this is what I'm saying, This is why married men, they need girlfriends. If Buhari had girlfriends, they would have found the right way and the right time to tell him that those two men, were behind his slow progress. And he would have acted. But there are some things wife are not, they don't know how to do it. Yeah, they don't know how to say coming out in public. Coming out in public to say this, Why can't you have the man at home? Girlfriends know how to make it.
Ready to take it back.
Oh, this is good. Be ready for a long strike. ASU people, ASU members. No. They've been on strike and they are telling their members to be ready for a long strike.
No school.
This my thing. Is it not too late to tell the members to be ready for? I mean, they've not saved the money to feed their families.
Right.
Why? So it's too late. Nobody is going to pay. Government is saying if you don't work, no pay. So it's too late. Oh yeah, this is good. Nigeria's Secret Service.
Yes.
Arrest fake first lady. I'm getting confused about this Nigerian thing. Wait. Am I real? Is this Dr. Damius? No. Just because we don't know. Can someone pitch me?
So Jibril has one.
Pinch me. We don't know.
That sounds like a clone.
Everything is confusing. Am I here? Is this New York City?
That sounds like a clone, doctor.
Fake first lady. Everything is fake there.
Fake
Oh, this is good. I have a license to carry a gun. Says small doctor. I don't know what to think about this saga of arresting my colleague, small doctor. Until now, my colleague. If he carries a gun as a small doctor, what will he carry when he becomes a big doctor like me? What will he carry? Small doctor, you're carrying a gun. Me, big doctor. What do you want me? I will be carrying nuclear weapon now.
This.
This is amazing. It's trending all over Africa, Nigeria. Man stealing panties and clothes in Benin, caught and beaten.
Hey!
That's a trend now in Nigeria. People stealing female panties for voodoo. I don't understand. I don't understand this kind of thing. It makes no sense to me. You see, this is if This is on several levels. You know, first of all, the people doing this. I understand that the justice system doesn't work in Nigeria, but I don't think we should beat people up and kill them for being stupid. You know what I mean? But this is what I think. Instead of beating the man up, why not make him put on each of the panties? No. I saw this video of a thief caught stealing a goat. Actually, they were two. And the goats were tied on them. And they were made to dance. Around town. Watch. And it works because there was this student that was caught stealing in college campus, and he was made to dance again. Take a look. And he never stole again. The man didn't steal again. According to the report I'm getting, he didn't. Nonsense. It's time for your email. I can get bread. I see now politicians putting their picture on your bread and are they paying you? Is there something going on? You know what's going on? Anyway, wait, today. Who is this Sasha? Why were they saying happy birthday to Dr. Damages?
I don't know. What happened?
What happened?
I saw those comments. I don't know what happened.
Did I celebrate anything? No. Did anybody give me any gift? Nothing. My friend.
Doctor, was it your birthday?
It wasn't. I'm a February kid. I don't understand.
Too.
Wow.
No, it's a Pisces. The doctor is a Pisces.
All right. Do we have emails today?
Everyday doctor.
Okay, let's hear them, please.
So our first email is from Bernard in Canada.
Bernard in Canada. Yeah, that's our friend. Yeah.
And he writes, Dear Dr. Damages,
yes,
my wife and I are ardent followers of your show.
Wow.
Keep up the good work.
A family that
watches Damages together.
Stays together.
Keep up the good work, Papu Doka.
Thank you.
I think our major problem in Nigeria is not leadership, but followership.
What?
Atiku had 8 years to prove himself, but looted instead.
Yes.
Buhari, after his military regime, is about completing his 4 years, and yet nothing to show for it.
Failed on security.
But the masses are still rooting for them. The same masses go to church and mosque to pray for God's intervention, but are beclouded to notice the Take It Back campaign and the opportunity to be liberated. A word is enough for the...
Why is that? I thought they say what is enough for the man in Daura. You know, sometimes
regards to the nurse, Sasha, and the noisemaker.
Thank you, my friend. You see, this what baffles me about Nigeria. So you see the voters and you tell them, why don't you pick somebody else who is showing signs that they could solve your problem?
Exactly.
They say, no, he can't win. I'm like, who is going to determine who will win? Is it not you?
Yes.
Yeah.
The man is right. He's right.
Do your best and
are you not the one that is voting?
Yes.
People don't even believe that they determine who wins. So how can you help them? You can't help them. So you're right. It's not just about the leaders. The followers are they're confusing me. Next.
100%.
Our second email is from Anye Fok.
From where?
Anye Fok.
It sounds like Calabar. It's my friend. Yeah. Edikaiko. Have you tasted that? Yes. Amazing. It's better than phone and all these things you eat. It's amazing.
Anyways, and he writes, hello, Dr. Damages.
Yes, my man.
Actually, he says, hello, Chief Doctor.
You see, these are people who understand. Because they recognize after how many years of suffering every Wednesday.
I'm your biggest fan in Calabar.
Thank you, my friend.
Southeast Nigeria.
Thank you, my man.
Home to the biggest street carnival in
Have you seen the women that we have to go there? Maybe next year we go there and shoot a show right there. You know what I mean? No, when they are doing the show, we don't go just anytime. When the show is
I thought the show was in December.
Is it December?
Yeah, they always do it in December.
Doctor, get your
Can you talk to the people in charge? Talk to the money people. Okay.
You're looking for sponsor to sponsor.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I've been following your episode for more than half a century now.
Half a century.
Hey.
Amazing.
This guy
started a long time ago.
I'm your hypocritic brother.
Oh, he's a doctor like me.
Yeah.
Wow. I like doctors.
However, I treat when others diagnose.
This is
that.
Yeah. It's a back slap on me. You know?
I was driving to the city's teaching hospital, UCTH, this hot Sunday afternoon when some 5 Federal Road Safety Commission officials blocked my car.
What?
And finally got me beaten up and impounded by a vehicle, all on account of not wearing seatbelts.
A doctor.
To cut the long story short, please can you tell the Federal Road Safety Commission that they should stop harassing us in Calabar?
Hey, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. I'm very sorry. Do you have your stethoscope with you in the car? Because I have my hammer scope. It's always with me. And when police they stop me in New York City, I'll just show them my hammer scope. At the checkpoints, you know the checkpoints. I know. The checkpoints, I just show them my hammer. They say, "Move on, come on."
Yeah, let's go.
Keep going. So try that with the road safety people.
Yes.
Because you're saving life, and the job you're doing is a very important job for humanity.
Yes, critical.
So it works for me when I get to the checkpoints in New York City. I just show them this.
That's cool.
Yes,
Keep going.
You are the one.
Ticket, no.
Try it. If it doesn't work, then let me know. I'll send you one of these hammers.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I hang it on you. They will be amazed.
Your inner mirror.
Next.
That's our final email.
Hey!
That's it. I'm just warming up.
Right?
I'm just warming up. Okay. All right. That's all the time we have for emails.
Oh my God.
Please keep sending your emails to drdamages@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter
@DrDamages
and on Instagram
@DrDamages.
Now here's my concern for today.
Yes.
It's taken from 149th minute of the funeral of George Herbert Walker Bush.
Yes.
Yeah. Take a look.
For Lincoln and Bush both called on us to choose the right over the convenient, to hope rather than to fear, and to heed not our worst impulses, but our best instincts.
Wow! State funeral.
Yep. To choose the right over the convenient, to hope other than to fear, and not to heed to our worst impulses, but to our best instincts.
Yes, that's great.
That's it. That's how you survive life. Until next week, I'm